Wow. What was that? Buenos dias! It's been a while. It's been a while since I was standing in front of the camera talking to my camera and to you, of course. I honestly can't believe it's been so long. And I mean, there are, of course, many different reasons. You can see on my channel I have just posted 2 travel videos in India. So yes, I've been to India for almost a month, around 3 weeks. In this video, as the title already says, I would like to talk about India and vegan food in India. And just one more thing, if I do weird things with my eyes, it's because I have something in my eye and it really hurts and I can't take it out, but just ignore me doing weird moves once in a while. Anyways, let's get into the topic. I'm gonna adjust the light a bit. Yeah, you know, just go with it. I've been to India, and so before I went to India, I have done a little bit of research, and I have also had some people telling me that have been to India previously how easy it is to be vegan. Just for the background kind of thing, I went to India because one of my best friends was getting married, and yes, she's Indian, so I had the privilege of being her bridesmaid and being and experiencing something so unique and literally close up, like being on an Indian, at an Indian wedding. Being the bridesmaid has been one of the best experiences ever in my life. So I can just say thank you to my best friend. She has been an amazing, not only host but friend and everything that I could have imagined. You know, all of my dreams came true, so I'm also super happy for her, and of course congratulations to her again and to her amazing husband. They're an amazing couple. But yeah, let's move on. Because I have had the honor to be with an actual Indian family, I believe that it has been a little bit easier for me to also experience the real Indian food. So previously my friend told me that being vegan in India is very easy and I will not have any problems, which was actually very true, I have to say. But one thing that I wasn't aware of is the fact that India is one of the biggest dairy producers in the world. I noticed that there are a lot of like dairy advertisements everywhere around India. I was mainly in Hyderabad and Goa, and so I spent most of my time in Hyderabad itself, and there I saw a lot of it. So there's like an ice cream shop every second street. Also, a great thing that I've noticed is that a lot of shops have a poor vegetarian, you know, sign on top. So vegetarian, why? Because a lot of people in India do not consume meat. It of course depends also on your type of religion, and there are many different religions in India, so it depends. But again, I think this was a great thing to see. Seeing like a 100% pure vegetarian restaurant literally made me very, very happy. Being a vegan in India, seeing that kind of stuff, of course, is great. So I think especially when you're not aware about Indian food, you should do a little bit of research. But the great thing about Indian food is that most of it can be veganized. So if it's vegetarian, it's very easy to just change a little bit here and there and you can make it vegan. They cook a lot with like rice, lentils and other beans and stuff like that that are not that available in Europe, for example. So as I mentioned before, lots of products that are vegetarian have either way butter or dairy or yogurt or curd or many different other variations of dairy products. Something that they do is very specific there, so they really use dairy products and make many different things out of it, and they like to add it to their dishes. But usually it's very easy to just take the dairy part out of it and you have a vegan meal, which is great. So another tip that I would like to give you is that I knew Indian food was gonna be spicy, but I mean, at times I couldn't take it, and I thought I can eat spicy. You know, it really depends, of course, which restaurant you go to and where you eat and what kind of food you eat. But if you are not aware of how spicy food can be, you know, just ask double or triple to make sure that the food is not too spicy. Of course, maybe give it a try, test it out if you can take it. If you can't, make sure to ask. Again, I was very lucky when I was staying at my friend's place that the mom that was cooking for us was trying to make it less spicy for us. So that was a great thing, and I really appreciate that. Also in restaurants, just make sure to ask for making it not spicy at all or making it less spicy depending on, you know, what you prefer. And sometimes you just have to be sure, like, don't make it spicy, because for them, we have different, you know, spicy taste buds, I guess, so they can take it better than Western diets, I would say. Of course, it depends where you're from. If you're from a Latin American country where they eat a lot of spices, then maybe it's different. Or maybe Africa, they're also, I think, more used to certain spices. But again, it's all on personal preferences, so just make sure you remember that. I think I was very lucky to be in Hyderabad, because in Hyderabad, I got to taste different food items, I would say, that are common around the whole of India. So India is a huge country, and the food in the south is, for example, completely different from the food in the north and in the center, or, you know, it really depends. So me, I was lucky enough to not only have a vegan family with me that could explain to me all of the different dishes, but I felt like I could also taste many different things that are usually common around India. So I had dishes that are actually only known, for example, in north of India or south of India. I could find them all in Hyderabad, which was great. I mean, you might have visited some Indian restaurants in another country before, and they kind of give you an idea of how Indian food is and how it tastes like. But of course, being locally there is a complete different world. Another thing that I would also like to mention is just to make sure that, you know, you have maybe some stomach pills for you. Not only when it comes to the spices, but also sometimes hygiene is different from the one that you might know at your home, which is okay, that's how they live. I have also had, for example, street food after a while, after, you know, I gave my stomach some time to adjust, but there were a few days where I wasn't feeling well, so I had to always make sure that I have some stomach pills, many different, you know, pills that I can make sure that I can feel better after taking it. Maybe having like a hand sanitizer with you is a great option, because a lot of people eat with their hand. And if you want to be part of the culture, and when you eat it with your hand, but you're not sure, you know, you have traveled the whole day, you have touched many different things, and you haven't washed your hands once, having a hand sanitizer, especially, you know, coming from a Western society, is maybe not a bad idea. But it's all up to everyone else. Some people can take it, some people can't. I think it was good for me to do that. And also another part why it was good that my friend told me is that I was vegan, or I am vegan. And so she also said that it's sometimes better to be vegetarian or vegan in India, because the way the meat is sometimes cooked and stuff like that might not be great for Western stomachs, and they're not used to the way they cook the meat. So I think that was also one advantage that I had over other people that might have eaten meat. And also depends, of course, where. So it also depends which restaurants you go to, whatever. But just make sure to maybe be vegetarian. If you're not vegan, be vegetarian in India. It's the safest option. So some of the dishes that I've eaten in India, I will put all of the names down below, because I think it's been a lot. But one of my top favorites, and I think I even had it on the first day that I arrived, is dosa. And oh my god, dosa is just incredible. I love it so much. It's basically made out of rice and lentils. It's like a fried pancake, but it just tastes like a complete different thing that, you know, our pancakes do, or my pancakes do. And you can eat it with, you know, different things, and I really, dosa, amazing. And just mushroom masala and dal has been incredible there as well. I have had those kind of meals before in Europe, but they're just so different. The spices that they use there are incredible, and the fact that, you know, you can have mushroom masala. It's like basically mushrooms in like a sauce, and masala is the spices that they use, and you can put it on rice. Oh my god, it's It's incredible. It tastes so good, and again, so different from the ones that I've tried in Europe. Medu Wada is another thing that I really enjoyed. I call it the fried donut. And it's not sweet, but it's savory, so I loved it so much. So all of the rest of the items that I have tried, I will put in the description box down below. And I will also link my 2 videos down there that I have done about India and the food that I've eaten there, just so you can have a better picture of, you know, the stuff that I ate. And yeah, besides that, if I left something out, if you have any questions or if you want to know any tips on anything, I am more than happy to help you. So if you've ever been to India, please give me a thumbs up. And if you love Indian food as much as I do, you should give me a thumbs up too. I mean, why not? And if you love stars, give me another thumbs up. So I should have 3 thumbs up now, I think. That was so bad. Just don't. Anyways, as you can see, my henna is still on here, which is kind of funny. It's been now quite a while. I think 2 weeks. Today it's 2 weeks since I got my henna done, and it's still there, which is kind of cool. Again, if anything, let me know. And I would love to connect with you. And yeah, thanks for watching my video, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye bye.